Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading for October 7th, 8th, and 9th, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Now, if you're new to my channel, what you want to do is, I would hope you watch the introduction at least once, but this will be tagged on to all the videos in the beginning. If you want to go straight, or if you're a cross-watcher and you want to go straight to the readings, then go right down there. There's a timestamp in the description, and you can just bypass this. Watch at least once though, please. Anyway, you know that when I'm doing the weekend, I use my Radley Valentine Angel Tarot cards, my John Holland Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards. I will pull one also from my Doreen and Grant Virtue Angels of Abundance. That's fairly new. And of course, my Emily Anderson Crystal deck. Now, for this introduction, what we do is we look at the world, the universe at large, and I will be using my Waite Rider Traditional Tarot and my Colette Baron Reed The Good Tarot. Now, I have prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy. Just remember though, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. I'm an intuitive channeler. I open myself to higher power. Whatever the words are, I try not to get too much in the way of it, okay? So higher power to me is God, Source, Holy Spirit, but to you, it may be somebody or something different. That's okay. Anyway, so what's going on here on the 7th? Just to kind of just do what's going on in the world. Mercury, which is in Virgo, will be trining, which is a good position with Pluto that still is retrograde in Capricorn. However, Capricorn is going to be going direct, and so what's going to happen is it is stationary right now. So Mercury is the planet of fast actions, fast energies. There's a lot of communications that comes with Mercury. Mercury likes to be in Virgo. That is a Earth planet. Capricorn is also an Earth planet. Pluto has been reconstructing it's been in a reconstruction mood since 2008 when it entered into Capricorn. So it is reconstructing a lot of things in the earthly realm. So the two of it, so you might hear some communication. We might hear something about what Pluto is doing. They're in a good position. They're liking each other. So the news may not necessarily be so harsh as it might be something that's very welcoming. However, on the 8th of October, that's when Pluto starts to go direct. Again, it's a stationary direct. It's almost like Pluto is just sitting there right now, and it's just kind of playing in its Capricorn world, and it's kind of deciding how we're going to reconstruct, because Pluto has had a lot of destruction in the world of Capricorn, and now because Pluto will be going into Aquarius soon enough, 2023, it goes back and forth a little bit into Aquarius, and that's going to be all about the reconstruction of our thoughts and how we look at things and how we think about things and how we learn. So that's all up here when it starts doing that. Capricorn is with what we're doing with our hands, what we're doing with our lives. It's very tangible reconstruction energy. So on the 8th, it's going to go direct, but it's called stationary direct. So it's just kind of sitting there right now. On the 9th of October, we have a full moon in Aries. Now, this full moon will also be playing with some of the planets too. So the full moon will be in conjunction with Jupiter, which is retrograde in Aries. So that's a really positive source. It's a really positive energy for us. It is sextile with Saturn and Mars. Saturn is retrograde in Aquarius. So sextiling it's just kind of a, like a here or there. It's not necessarily really forceful, but it's not bad at all. In fact, it's kind of like a buddy that maybe you haven't seen for a while. However, the full moon in Aries will be squaring with Pluto in Capricorn. So that's where Aries is going to try to get Pluto to make some moves. It's kind of like telling Pluto, hey, you know what? We're done with a lot of this garbage. Start doing the reconstruction part on the physicality part. So It's going to be, but we don't know how Pluto's going to react to that. We don't know how Pluto is going to be. Is Pluto going to go along with that Aries energy? You know, remember we had the new moon in Libra, which is all about balance, and then we have this fiery Aries moon. And remember, it is, even though it's, you know, sextile isn't necessarily a strong partnership, it is still a partnership with Jupiter also in Aries too. So Aries wants good stuff. Aries wants stuff to start changing for the positive, and it's trying to push Pluto a little bit more into making some better changes, okay? Better choices. Pluto, it's time for you to make some better choices. So the full moon will be in Aries, in October 9th. That will be at 4:54 p.m. Eastern Time. And then it was interesting, Pluto goes direct at 5:55 p.m. Eastern Time also. So there are some fives. So that could be some change. Either way, these are some strong energies, and it could either be something very positive or it might be something that's just not darn too pretty. Okay? Anyway, let's see what we've got going now. Let's go on and see what we have with the Waite Rider Tarot. What do we have from our higher power for this weekend, and especially with the full moon? And regardless of what the full moon is, and regardless the energies that try to square it or oppose it or try to rough it up a little bit, it is still a great time to release, relinquish, and request. And the more we put out the positive energy, the more that gets picked up also. So, like I said, release what's, or I've said in the past, release what's no longer needed, release what's holding you back, relinquish what's no longer needed, and request the good stuff, because good stuff it's okay to ask for. Okay, we've been kind of conditioned not to expect miracles, and to me, miracles happen all the time. So let's see what we've got here. Remember, anything reversed has stronger energies. For me, let's see what we've got. So now we have a 3 of Cups. So the number, and it was reversed. Now this is a celebratory energy. This is something like good things are happening. Things are moving. It's an emotional energy here too, because Cups is our Aquarius. It is our Pisces. It is our Cancer. It's also our Scorpio energy. We're about to turn into Scorpio. Scorpio is the next season. Neptune is still retro in Pisces, so it's going deep and looking into our subconscious. What is it that we've been wanting? But this is, again, so this is Cups. This is 3. 3 has celebratory energy, creative energy, and it's the power of 3. So power of 3 energy is not a bad thing to do, especially around the full moon. So get a couple of buddies, get a couple of friends, and really put out the positive energy. And you can do with the full moon 3 days before, 3 days after. All of that does have an effect. But this is celebration. This has things coming to a better positioning. I know sometimes, the universe doesn't necessarily feel like it's, has a lot to celebrate about, but something is going on, something emotionally, something spiritually is going on. There's a spiritual, maybe a spiritual celebration about to occur. Here we go. Next card is, now we have a 10. So 10 is a transitional number. We have a 1, new beginning. A 0 is God's source energy. But transition means we're moving on. We're moving. We're making some changes here. And the Wheel of Fortune this is a major arcana. So this is a very high universal card. And this is kind of saying there's been a lot of spiritual energy, that from that 0 to 9, there's been a lot of spiritual makeovers, spiritual ascensions, and now we're transitioning. If you think about what comes after transition, we have 11, which is justice, we have the 13, which is death, we have, the devil. We have a little bit more to go through, but on the other side of all that becomes the star, becomes the sun, becomes the world. So there is a lot of positive. It's just keep going. We just have some more to go through, but on the flip side, there is much better energies waiting us. Here we go. Next card is Now, this is again reversed. This is our rods. Rods are our fire sign. So there's Aries, full moon, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, passionate, burning, determined energy, very consuming energy. So it takes the spirituality of the cup energy and it just makes it flame. It just makes it go after what you want. Now, twos are partnerships, decisions, crossroads. It could be, it could just be something that we have some choices about. The two of rods is a positive decision, is a decision that, it's like, here he is. He's got his two. He's got his hand on one. So it does look like a decision has been made. But he has the world awaiting him also. So this is a positive decision. This is a positive movement. But we also have this. So even though he has his hand on this, it doesn't necessarily mean that he is totally on board or totally, with this decision. He could change his mind. But it is something where you really step up. The two of rods is stepping up, and it's just, I do feel like there's a decision that's been made. Okay, so now the two other energies we haven't talked about is our air energy or our sword energy. That is Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. We are in Libra season. Lots of stuff going on with Gemini. Mars is in Gemini right now. It is direct for the moment, and we have Saturn, which is direct for the moment. It will be, switching over to, I'm sorry, it's retro. It will be going direct pretty soon. Anyway, an Aquarius is our thought processes, our making plans, our thinking things through. Also, it could be about messages received. And then we have our Pentacles or our earth energy, and that is our Capricorn, our Taurus, and our Virgo energy. And all of them, Mercury in Virgo, Uranus is retrograde in Taurus. It's been there for since 2018, I think it was. I think we talked about that. It'll be there till 2024. And then, of course, we have the good old Pluto, which is just sitting there right now in Capricorn. So let's see what we have. One card here. So here we go. Okay, we have the Queen of Water. Now, all the court cards have dual energies. So one is the underlying energy, so such as the Queen. The Queen's underlying energy is water or cups, okay, emotional, it's fluid. This is also water energy. So Page would have the underlying energy would be Pentacle, earth energy. It is, Page is very adventurous and wants to start on new beginnings. Knight's underlying energy is fire energy, or so it would be the rod's energy, and their underlying energy. While the Page wants to start, the Knight is like, okay, let's go get them. The water energy is emotional, caring. It's very spiritual energy. And then, of course, the King has the air energy. So this is water. This is cups. Very emotional time. So this would be a time that just really, you're going to really want to watch. You're going to want to watch your emotional energies, okay? I have spoken about energies as almost like a currency, so you really want to make sure you're not spending it foolishly. You're not spending it on something that's not going to give you a really good return. So I know that we don't have any earth energy in here. It's water. So the Queen, though, is very caring, is very loving. I'm just kind of feeling like the Queen is just, just doesn't necessarily feel the, she doesn't feel, I'm kind of feeling like this Queen is borderline with hope, okay? She's just wanting and she's hoping and she's wishing. At the same time, she's feeling things extremely deeply. So something's going on with her, but she's also royalty. She's also, steps up. She also puts her, even though her feelings are right out there and just right for everyone to see right now, she does know her job. She does know her duty. So something with this emotional energy, very fluid energy, spiritual energy. So this is, and again, I kind of feel this thing between her vacillating a little bit between a loss of hope, and yet hoping for miracles. Okay, so something about her is interesting, especially since we have celebration, we have wonderful choices, we have this, but even though things are moving forward, like I said, there's going to be some weird, it's still weird times. We still have that because we live in a weird universe right now. So the Queen, I'm just feeling like the Queen is kind of between a loss of hope and hoping for a miracle. I just feel like she's just a little bit in between there. So let me know what you're thinking about this. How did you read this? Because many of you do, so I really appreciate that. Take a moment, please, because this helps. This does help to like, share, subscribe, click on the bell for notifications. Keep me going, and I appreciate you doing that. Also comment. I do love hearing from you. So why don't we start our readings now? Hello, my Geminis. How are you? Are you feeling the moon glow, the moon energy around you? Because even, Mars is in your sign. It doesn't go retrograde until a little bit later in the month, but Mars is in your sign. It is Aries. We have the Aries full moon. I would definitely be out there if I was a Gemini. Well, I'm going to be doing it anyway. But if I was a Gemini, I would really be putting out my release, relinquish, and requests. Okay? Because this is going to be a very powerful full moon even for you. Okay, so let's see what we have for my Geminis for this weekend. Here we go. Anything reversed has some strong energies. You've been getting a lot of reversed cards lately, so your messages have been very strong. And again, we've got some strong energies, strong messages for my Geminis. First card is the Queen of Water. Now, she came in on the introduction, so this is an emotional energy. This is that water, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Water, water. Okay, so it's all in. You're like all in. You're just putting, you're jumping in with both feet. You are after whatever you are after. There is an emotional commitment here. Now, this emotional commitment can be a very positive energy, too. Now, I know in the introduction, I was getting a little bit of a split in how she was feeling in the introduction with you. It's a going after what you want, going after living your life. Really, it's like living and loving your life. This is a positive affirmation for you, and you need to say that. You need to accept that. You need to know, when, as I say, know that you are loved. Well, you are. This is feeling the love, feeling the energies, feeling the possibilities that are moving for you again. Okay, so this is very, very water energy, very psychic energy, very spiritual energy, and she is really, this Queen is not backing down for a minute. Okay, so tender-hearted, empathetic, patient, and loving. Relationships develop to a new level. Trust your intuition. Care for yourself and others. So take care of yourself this weekend too. So just as you're putting this love out for others, or putting this love out, or this energy, spiritual, save some for you too. Okay? Love yourself. Love just take care of you a little bit more maybe this weekend too. Because this feels like there's an outpouring here, and energy is like currency. When you spend too much on, and my Geminis, you love to spend money. You love to help and take care of other people too. And that's how you do this too. So take a little bit of that money you were going to spend on someone else, or that energy that you were going to spend on someone else, and spend it on yourself this weekend. Okay? Okay. Next card reversed is the 10 of Earth. So we have the 1-0. 1, new beginning again, 0, God's source, 10, transitional energy. Earth, so it's like something is changing for you. And it can change in a very positive way. You have to have the mindset that things are going the way you want them to go. You have to have the mindset putting it out to that full moon that this is what you've been wanting. Now, Earth energy, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, all of them have strong planetary movement right now. Now, I'm kind of picking up the Virgo with Mercury. Mercury is now direct, but we are still in that shadow. So there is a lot of past energies, past things coming to light, and maybe even being resolved for you. And, so this is the 10 of Earth, does feel blessed, does feel very much an attitude of gratitude, does feel like you're entering and coming into a better situation in the physical realm, in the tangible realm. Okay, so the 10 of Earth is a very happy family life, financial security, finding magic in the little things in life. Have some fun this weekend. Laugh. My Geminis, you worry too much. This is a good week to laugh. Okay? Next card, reversed again, is that 2 of water. So we have a 1, 0, 2, 2, 0, 1. 2s are crossroads, choices, coming together, partnerships. Water, again, is that Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So something maybe, that Neptune and Pisces, I know I talk about that too. That's a lot of subconscious wants, subconscious desires. So this could be a lot of the things that you've been wanting underneath and you've been afraid to ask for, afraid to wish for. This is going to be a really good full moon to do that. Wish for those things that maybe you've kind of said, oh, it'll never happen. Because remember, I'm always about expecting miracles. And you know what? If you don't ask, the answer is generally a no. If you do ask, yes, it could still be a no, but you could get a yes too. So the 2 of water is connecting, is heart wanting, is heart wishing. It's really, it's the 2 of water is really where there's a blessing on a union. Okay, so a relationship that continues to grow closer, forgiveness, the positive resolution of a conflict. So, but again, my Geminis, I get this overwhelming thing that you still need to be taking care of you first, okay? It does come down to that, and I use this, it's a great example. You're when you're flying and they tell you, in the event of an emergency and the oxygen mask should drop, put it on you before helping anyone else. Because if you don't, you can't be helpful to anyone else. So this is a lovely weekend. This is wonderful energies for you. This is, but you do need to take care of yourself so you can, spread that and be, I don't even think take care of someone else. You just need to be in a good shape so that when you're in a good shape like that energetically, you attract wonderful, wonderful energies to you. Okay, so let's see what we have with John Holland, Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards for my Geminis. 1, passion ignited. Passion ignited. Not quite sure. I'm thinking that this might be the fire energy. John Holland always messes me up with the which card is which. But I do know the the major arcanas on here. So anyway, we have a 1. So you have a 1, 0, 2, 1. Sometimes you can drop the 0, so it could be a 1, 2, 1, both ways. So those could be some interesting numbers. Something is starting. Something is lighting your fire. Something is getting you moving. And again, you need to take care of yourself so you can jump into this. Okay? That you want yourself to be feeling good. You want yourself to feel, love yourself. When you love yourself, others can love you too. Makes it easier. Anyway, passion ignited. So something big's happening this week. Something that is opening up spiritual doors, spiritual paths. Law of attraction here too. So love yourself, and you don't know who might come into your life if that's what you're looking for. Anyway, let's go to the Angel of Abundance for my Geminis. So passion, passion, passion. Lots of that here. Here we go. Here we are. Clearing debts. Okay, then that could be karmic debts too. Your self-care, your self-care involves removing the heavy burden of financial and emotional debts from your life. You already feel lighter and freer just by facing this topic and making a plan to clear present obligations and avoid future ones as well. But remember, this could be energetic debts. It could be financial too. But again, it's facing it, but there's lovely energies all around you. Take care of whatever this is you need to take care of, and start with yourself first. Okay? So let's see what we've got here for my Geminis. What crystal or energy would be helpful for you? First card reversed. Golden or gold sheen obsidian. Personal power, spiritual manifestation, earth healing, new experiences. I love this. I actually, all of these. I love all of these energies for you. So, my Geminis, what does this mean? Who is this for? I am curious, but I love to hear from you anyway. So take a moment to like, share, subscribe, click on the old bell for notifications. As always, though, my Geminis, know that you are loved, stay shining, and be blessed. Bye-bye.